Respected Shri Amitabh Kant ji, Dr. Somanathan ji, Mr. Julian, and dear friends, very good afternoon to all of you. I thank Dun and Bradstreet for inviting me to today's releasing of the flagship publication of India's top 500 companies. Very insightful presentation made uh, by the chief economist of Dun and Bradstreet, which gave the perspective in terms of how the India is poised as compared to the other countries in the neighborhood and across. We are now uh, in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. In India, the pandemic was recognized as a notified disaster in mid-March, and since the economy has been in phase of lockdown, which is progressively being relaxed, and currently we are undergoing unlock 3, with many of the activities being permitted, which are actually put to a stop during the lockdown phase. The lockdown phase since April has taken a toll in terms of hurting production, wages, and general loss in confidence. To respond to such a situation, the government and the RBI reacted to the initial impact of COVID-19 by announcing a wide range of measures, which included interest rate reduction, funding liquidity, and market liquidity expansion, asset purchase, credit easing, macroprudential policies, etc., to keep financial markets and financial intermediaries functional and to preserve the global financial stability. The regulatory dispensations extended across regulatory jurisdictions are intended to minimize the risk in an effort to protect the solvency of the overall system. Equity markets recovered from their troughs, credit spreads narrowed down from the peaks, investors' confidence improved, and risk appetite is gaining traction. The fiscal components of the package essentially targeted the sectors which were the least resilient. Notably among them was the MSME. To take care of the MSME sector, the Government of India announced various policy package, which included the fund of funds for infusing equity into micro and small and medium enterprises, collateral-free loans for the standard MSMEs, provision of subordinate debt to those MSMEs which are classified as standard, as stress or NPA, special liquidity scheme for NBFCs, housing finance companies, MFIs, and partial credit guarantee scheme for NBFC, HFIs, and MFIs to inject liquidity. Additional refinance support was also extended to NABARD and also to the SIDBI to take care of the financing requirements of the rural cooperatives and the RRBs who are there in the upcountry locations. Concessional credit via Kisan Credit Card for PM Kisan beneficiaries, animal husbandry, and fishery dependent persons to inject additional liquidity was also undertaken. Scheme to facilitate easy access to credit for street vendors to restart their businesses. Having done that, the very focus was essentially also on the fact that there is a need for a stimulus for the demand to be generated in the economy. We at SBI have mostly followed the government strategy, but with customization wherever required. Corporates, we have experienced that corporates, including corporated, are in wait and watch mode and are conserving cash. And there's a tendency for flight to safety with major corporates. Corporates are also looking at opportunities of reducing their leverage and rejig their borrowing mix to reduce the financing cost. The availability of SBI support as a fallback in this time of COVID-19 pandemic has given confidence to the promoters in facing the challenges. Providing financial support in a proactive way has helped different sectors reeling under COVID-19. Apart from extending moratorium to companies who opted for it, our branches also promptly extended the COVID-19 emergency line of credit to corporates who approached us. Relaxation in margins and extension in cover period of receivables were the, were the, ever, were the other steps taken to ensure that the corporates had adequate working capital funds to resume their operations. As far as SMEs are concerned, the RBI regulatory package involved the deferral of the working capital interest, term loan installments, etc., have been also deferred. So these are some of the steps which have been taken to take care of and mitigate the hardships experienced by some of the SMEs and the corporates during this period. Guaranteed emergency line of credit has also been made available to all MSMEs, and it is heartening to note that 94% of the eligible accounts and 88% of the amount eligible has been granted the sanction, and they are willing to avail this facility. Restructuring of the eligible loans will also be considered as and when the moratorium comes to an end at the end of August. The pandemic has also given us another experience, which is essentially when it comes to the contactless digital banking channel. That has become very important channel during this period to serve the customers and the corporates equally. The new product offerings are moving towards greater digitization and faster processing. The retail segment has a greater share in all this, but the corporate segment is also seeing digitization because they are also resorting to supply financing and also the discounting of the bills through the platform method on a very increasing scale. In SBI also, our digital strategy is subsumed under SBI YONO. We have achieved a significant increase in the lending through YONO. In the first quarter, which ended in June, we have observed that 38% of our personal loans were dispensed through YONO, and that too in a very efficient manner. I think when it comes to the steps taken by the bank and also the government and also the RBI, they're all aligned to ensure that the most vulnerable sections are taken care of, and also there should be a revival for the economy, and also enough demand is also created. But also it would not be out of place to mention that the very innovative Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme, which has been already put in place for implementation, also requires some kind of a support from the state governments. And also we have observed that some of the state governments have also started adopting or maybe weaving around their programs across the Atmanirbhar Bharat package. There also, we as bankers have a major role to play in supporting the economic activity. Overall, if I may say so, practically all the organs of the government, of the financial sector, are all aligned to ensure that there is a revival of the economy and we are out of this health hazard which the economy and the global economy is facing today. With these words, I thank you once again to the Dun and Bradstreet for giving me an opportunity to be here as a part of this group. Thank you.